We left off with you guys meeting the Oracle in the inner sanctum of the Temple of Akhmanah in Zemdir, which is a large desert oasis. She stretched out her hand and said she had been waiting for you and appears to be ready to receive the message. What do you do?
How did you find yourself to be the Oracle here?
That is a long and winding story, young monk, which I may tell in time, but if I am to deliver this prophecy to you, I will need time, and therefore I will need to see the message first.
Okay. Who has the message?
The Epuk had it, I think, so somebody's gonna have to speak for him.
Oh, okay. Wasn't Apuk like tentatively hiding the message or something?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I mean, I'm fine to just give her the message.
Does anyone have any compunctions?
How did she know
No.
that we were coming?
You asked
Who's
the
the
party
Oracle?
that?
Yeah.
I relay Melian's message from the back of the room. How did you know of our journey?
That is part of my duty to monitor who is coming to seek my prophecies so that I can be prepared when they do arrive.
Sounds good, I suppose. As good a reason as
How-
any.
How old are you?
You should never ask a woman your age.
Yeah, we gotta teach you some manners.
Just let her talk.
Well, it has been over 300 years that I have had this post at the Oasis. And before that there was another oracle before me, and before her another oracle yet. I remember not my age before I took this post. And that you would realize that that's pretty sincere, because the initiation rituals for a position like this are very extreme, so you may forget who you are, or where you even came from, up to the point where you become the oracle.
Okay. We're happy to give you the message, but I would like to ask you some more questions in exchange if we give it to you. Is that acceptable?
That is acceptable. I would be happy to answer your questions tomorrow when I have my response. Because for now, I will need you to leave the chambers so that I may focus and dream and see Akhmanah's vision in response to this message from the Emperor. So I implore you to rest in our beautiful temple grounds and return tomorrow morning.
I look forward to the wisdom you'll give us.
I look forward to imparting you with the wisdom, young monk. What was your name again?
Eisen, ma'am. I apologize for asking your age. I'm somewhat skeptical of religious authority due to some of my leaders I've dealt with in the past, so my humblest apologies.
Very nice to meet you, Kaizen.
And you as well. I start walking out if anyone else has anything to say.
I just follow.
All right. So, does anyone else have anything they want to add or do here?
I'm suspicious, and I'd want to do like perception or insight or something and see if there's anything that might stand out.
Okay, go ahead and roll insight.
Okay.
You don't believe she's actually the Oracle?
No.
Ooh, wow.
You think something's weird.
Something is weird.
And
Alright, I'll find out tomorrow.
yeah, as you're trying to leave, the Oracle seems to be watching you, like you're probably watching her because you're suspicious. So like you're turning around while also keeping your eyes locked on her, but her eyes are also locked on you while you're turning around.
So you're saying she would notice at this moment if we went and swiped something off one of the walls?
Probably.
Quite eerie, I agree. Should we... Well, we're all leaving, right?
All we did was give her a scroll. I think we're chilling here.
No,
Yeah.
something's not right.
We should all meet in the other rooms. Maybe we
We can talk
discuss.
about it later.
I'm still creeped out by the people that let us here without talking.
And Kaizen or Denari, didn't you say that it's unusual that outsiders would be allowed into these halls?
Yeah, the whole thing is just strange. It
They did
seemed
put a
so
lot of trust
appealing,
in this.
especially after being in the desert for so long, but I
Yeah,
don't know.
we should maybe investigate.
Mm-hmm.
So in general, are you guys like shuffling out?
Yeah, I think we're all out and
Yeah.
as we're having this conversation, kind of.
Okay. So like the attendants would lead you to the big building in the middle. So like you guys were in that far building and you'd be headed for this one. So you like follow this nice path with all this foliage. You hear birds chirping and all kinds of other different animals. And
How many attendants are there?
what do you say? How many attendants are with you?
Yeah.
4.
Okay.
Let me make another one. There we go. What are you gonna?
Are there any like? No. I'm just wondering how many like they can't follow us like 1-to-1. Are there any like paths like here? Is this? I know the last one image wasn't like, perfect. Are there like paths going on the outside, or is it actually just all greenery and just the one straight path?
There's like paths right here that lead out. There's, like,
I'm
these
curious.
walls.
Throughout our entire time here, walking through everything, did we notice other attendants, or is it just
Yeah.
these 4?
There's more.
And they're
Not
all
a
very
lot more
dressed.
though.
They're all dressed similarly.
Yeah, with the
cloaked.
face covering and it's like dark blue robes.
None of them have anything that makes them one stand apart from the rest.
No, they don't have any identifiable features like that separate them from each other.
Can I ask?
Also don't speak.
They don't speak yet. Can I ask one of them if they can show me if there's like a map of the grounds that they could show me?
They would shake their head like there's no map. So part of
Okay.
their job is to memorize the whole grounds. Like that's part of what you would do when you come here, as a aspirant. Um, so they don't have a map themselves.
I know the Oracle's room is like full of scrolls and stuff.
Mhm.
Would the attendants show me like if they have other in the
Yeah,
like
that's
rooms or other stuff to read, or is it only in that one room?
no, that's kind of where they were leading you. So, let me upload a couple maps. The way I already did. So this map is that building in the middle, and you guys would be coming from up here. And they would give you this tour, which you had already kind of gotten a little bit. This right here is like the mess hall sort of place, and there's a kitchen here and like some storage here. If you don't take these stairs, I really didn't put a lot of it into this. I didn't have time, but like you would walk into a large shaded area that's propped up by a lot of pillars around the edges. And there are like stairs leading down to underground sections of the building, and this leads up to that kitchen. So it's right here. So there's a way to get down there from that kitchen, like to into the storage room. And then to answer your question,
Are the black dots the pillars
yes.
for the high? Okay.
And then on like the uppermost floor. Oh shit. What is going on? Oh, I have to scroll. I just added it 3 times. On the top floor, the only way you can get to it is from the front. So you kind of have to walk around or go in, right here, and then walk around to here, to this stairway, and this is where they have the library and the courtyard. So there's large archways like right here and right here and right here that allow you to see from the pool that you originally came in through, that light that was shining in the back where the Temple of Akhmana is that you saw. So this is here is just like a courtyard where you could like lounge and read. This is a fountain, and then these are libraries here, like densely packed with whatever they use to construct things out here. I think it's like clay or something, or stucco or something. Like a bunch of bookcases made with that material and just stuffed with books.
Is there a restricted section?
There doesn't seem to be.
Are we allowed to roam?
Like illegal magics?
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be. So that's probably where Corbin went, and maybe you went with him just to see. And yeah, there doesn't seem to be a restricted section. And yes, you are somewhat allowed to roam, but typically one of the attendants will be following you at most times.
So mentally, I would say if we want some a long time, everything I say is always mentally. That was dumb. If we want a long time, we're all going to have to split up a little better, so they have to choose.
Corbin,
Mm-hmm.
I want snacks in the library. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look to see if they have any Akhmana or Shahen.
Something's happening, and I feel like I'm gonna find it in the books.
Okay.
What is the general feeling that has you uneasy, Denari?
My intuition. Something's not right. My whole purpose was to come here to see the Oracle, and I've been following my intuition. And so far, I've been right.
That is true.
Something's wrong, and I'm gonna find it.
Do you want perhaps me and Farron to investigate something
If you
stealthily
can,
tonight?
yeah, if you can get away from the guards.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Do we have like sleeping quarters, or do they not really have that set up for guests?
So for guests, you'd probably sleep. They have some quarters down below. Oh, whoops. They have some quarters down below that they would show you down here, which I don't have a map for, but these like lead to nice shaded underground chambers. Like when you're in the desert, like anything underground is like super nice and cool. It's almost like automatically temperature controlled, and there's some tight corridors with small rooms. There's plenty of them, like 20 or more. So you guys would be down there.
So easy for them to know if
Kinda.
During the day, could I get some of maybe Parthas and Surgar's help?
Yep.
I would like, even with them following us, since we can communicate telepathically, I would like to maybe look at some of the side entrances for signs of struggle or any signs of combat, maybe.
Which
You
side
guys-
entrances?
I think you said on the big map that there were side entrances / exits, like smaller ones.
Mm-hmm.
like the pathways.
Yeah, like over here
Mm-hmm.
and over here, I'm guessing. Maybe
Mhm.
right there. Just check those out and look for any signs of, I don't know, struggles or combat or something.
Okay. Do you want to roll perception?
Can I do investigation?
I could, yes. I don't know, does one of these guys want to assist me or do they want to roll themselves?
I was
I
gonna
give
say,
you guidance.
I have advantage on investigation if I could roll that instead.
Sure.
And I would assist.
No R, it's just / exclamation check.
So, in these areas, in these pathways, you're not noticing any signs of a struggle.
Okay. So at least if somebody, at least, Parthas, coach, what I'm thinking is if anyone was to try and take over the Oasis, they probably wouldn't use the main entrance. So, if we'd see anything, maybe it would be here. But I don't see anything.
Or could be, has anyone checked the water entrance over here?
No.
I think he
Is there?
was kind of including that.
I mean, I was looking here-ish
Mm-hmm.
and here-ish.
Yeah, he didn't really notice any struggles.
Cool.
Oh,
Has anyone checked the followers' rooms at all? To see if, if the place has been taken over, the body's got to be somewhere.
I mean, we're going straight to DEFCON, 9. Maybe there's just something else going on entirely. But I think I agree. It's better to assume the worst than plan somewhere in the middle.
Melion, like with your powers, Melion, I know like you can have conversations telepathically, but like can you like if I had a thought, could I show you my thought?
No, I don't get any visuals. You could describe it, but then yeah, there's still the chance that I misinterpret.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not delving into your mind. I'm only establishing a line of communication with people.
Have you? I don't remember if we've tried this. Have you tried to communicate telepathically with one of the followers?
I did try to ask them something, but maybe they just ignored me. I didn't get anything.
It seems
I
like
don't.
there's oath of silence applies also to like these telepathic communications.
Yeah, they have to be willing, so they could just say no, you know.
Interesting. Okay.
So that's
Is
why I
there,
haven't bothered trying to connect to them since.
is there a way we can check to see if this place is an illusion?
Yeah, you could roll like insight, but you stepped on it and stuff. Like normally when you interact with an illusion, it would fade away, you know. So the doors and things and the ground that you're stepping on seems very real. But you could roll insight.
I didn't know if like maybe because the magic here is so powerful, it would be more real. But if you're like looking for something, like you're not just believing, then maybe you'd see it.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we could try and gauge the
Like maybe
followers.
there's like a dusty corner that isn't like as perfect as everything else. I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead and roll insight or investigation. And Corbin, are you still in the library?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, can I, when Denari's done, I want to like peruse through kind of like their books. I imagine most of them are based on religion.
Yeah.
Did you give guidance yourself?
Oh no.
I can roll it real quick. Oh shit. It doesn't work like that anymore.
I know you can't.
17.
Yeah, you're not able to see anything that's like illusory.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of want to like look through the books to see like if there's anything that stands out as like maybe they're just like fake books for show, or if they actually are filled with like correct knowledge from stuff that I've known before.
Mm-hmm.
Should I do religion?
Probably, yeah. Probably
Or whatever.
one
What kind of
those.
books do you think they'd have?
Yeah, probably religion.
Okay. And are you still in the library, Denari?
Yeah,
Will you help me?
of course.
Okay, so while you search through the books, they do seem very legit. I mean, there was actually some information like it's mentioning things that you know happened and that you know are like legitimate and like canon and dogma, but at the same time, it's almost like they have even more here, like because it's such a center of knowledge and study for so long. So you're actually able to maybe glean a couple new facts and information. But one thing that stands out is that there's multiple references to like tomes of Shehanazine, and those tomes are missing. So they're probably a more closely guarded secret, just because Shehanazine is all about secrets anyway. So,
In the not restricted section.
well, there's not a restricted section in the library, but maybe they're just held somewhere else.
Is there I'm guessing that one of the people followed us into the library, like up the stairs.
Yeah, there's like one attendant in the library watching both of you.
I know they don't talk, but can I ask them if they are just, do they have them at all for Shehanazine? Or do they have every other god, right? Or every other deity?
Well, not necessarily. Like a little bit about each one, maybe. But it's not like, because this temple's
like,
not.
is that section, is the Shehanazine like section there with missing spots, or is it not there? Do you know what I mean?
No, it's not there with missing spots.
It's just like there's Akmana, maybe Gogr, Hashta, and then
Yeah, there's not like a section for each one, but there's like books about the Pantheon and stuff like that. And there's books that reference like tomes of Shehanazin, because like some of these books were written by this like the scribes in attendance here, so they would reference like another book that was already written here about Shehanazin, but like you look around and like the book's not there.
Okay. Well, I'll tell. I don't know if the ruler's fine. Are we close enough to like Melion?
What'd you say?
Are we close enough to Melion? Like,
Not
wise?
really. No, probably
Okay.
probably too far away.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think the ruler does not account for it because it says it's 130 feet across, which is pretty small. But I mean, we'd be coming back after we did our search. The Farron is hanging out with us too. I would be curious. I don't know much about the religious side, so once we get close enough, I'd probably ask Denari or Kaizen. Do they think there would be a record of past and current oracles? Like some companies might have portraits of their past leaders lining the walls of their, main headquarters. Do you think there'd be a record of who the oracles are? Maybe descriptions so we could verify that that person was the oracle.
I think so, but I don't think it would be with the rest of the books.
It's lost on me, Melion.
So
this entire place is sort of bombastic, if you ask me. It's a little grandiose, as the kids say.
Perhaps we eat and maybe we can discuss a little further.
You might have to make that part of your mission too.
Are they providing us with food?
Yes, they mentioned that they would definitely provide you with a bounteous meal in the little like mess hall place.
Silently.
Oh, well, they gestured to it.
Is there a cook that talks?
No, there's a boiler man.
Can they write notes?
No, they can only gesture.
Charades, never good at it.
What'd you say?
There's going on.
Said charades, never was good at it.
Corbin's on here twice.
Which one's the real one?
Well, anyway, yeah, you guys are hanging out in the mess hall. What do some of the rest of you think about this, Coach and Farron? What are you thinking?
Until they talked about food, I was gonna try and sneak away, but then I was too tempted. I was too hungry to roll for stealth. So
yeah, you can't pass up a good meal.
Pretty much at this point, we've been in the desert for ages. But if we get back outside, I was trying to like kind of stick with the group and then like casually hide behind a tree and see if I could scale any of the walls or anything to get a better vantage point beyond. Because we approached from the one side just to see if there's anything else going on. But like I said, food is the priority.
Yeah, so you can smell this food from before you even get here into the kitchen. They're just making the absolute feast here. It's just like every delicacy you could imagine. And like some of it's just like insects, but they also have like birds and some like probably some bigger game or like livestock as well. No camel soup or anything like that either, and plenty of vegetables that would grow here at the oasis and all that.
I was gonna
So
say, so this is all at the like. Would it be obvious that the Oasis would host all this life?
yeah,
Okay.
that'd be pretty expected. Yeah, it's very large. It's multiple square miles.
Okay.
I am going to trust the food since we've established this place is real, so it's not like they're gonna feed me illusioned rotten food with stuff or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm chowing down.
Yep, I'm gonna eat.
I wait for any of the priests to eat.
I also wait until after the members of our party have taken a bite.
Yeah, I'm at least gonna like sniff it out first before just diving in.
Do you want to roll
I'm
anything?
chowing down.
Yeah. Sure. What would that be? Insight, perception? Basically, I'm just trying to see if there's something that smells funk about it.
Okay.
You know, I gotta make sure that that people are a little, you know, being fed right.
So, Corbin, you were saying on our way here that you are noticing missing books from the library.
Yeah, it seems that they have a ton of, books in their library, but not a couple of deities, but they don't have any at all on Shehanazi, the god of secrets. So, but I let you know so you can tell everyone kind of.
Yeah, I'll pass it around. Interesting. Perhaps if we do some late night shenanigans, we can see. Do you think it would be in like a hidden room in the library, maybe? I'm not the best at investigating for those kinds of things, but perhaps someone else could take a look, or maybe you didn't check. Maybe there was a false door or something, false
Yeah.
shelf.
I didn't check. I was
You were
caught up
kind
in
of
the
looking
book.
for that though. Oh, I mean, you didn't roll perception or anything, but yeah.
I just imagine if it's like a study, right, and they're writing most of these books themselves, they'd want to be able to check the books and cross-reference. Wouldn't they want it nearby?
Mm-hmm.
Unless they
Maybe.
just kept it on their person, I don't know. But yeah,
Kind of think either the books aren't there at all, or maybe they're maybe they're with the Oracle in some room in her building.
Yeah. I mean, I'm taking your guys' advice on how to handle this. I'm out of my realm of understanding completely. So if you say these people seem strange and not to your religious understanding, then we should probably make sure we're not passing the Emperor's word to a mischievous group. Is the Oracle Akmena followers, or are they just their own entity?
Yeah, it's like the oracle's like the most exalted priestess of Akmana. There's literally not in the entire of in all of KH Ra, there's really not a cleric or priestess who receives the same visions that the oracle does. Like there's many of them that are doing the same thing to a lesser degree, But this oracle is chief among them.
Perhaps, Denari, you can tonight reach out for guidance from Akamana. Seems they have guided you very well so far.
I will. I'll pray to her and see what she says. And then I telepathically share with you that, like, the look that I had with her. Even though I can't, like, give you a vision of it. It was a weird look, and it's not right.
Unsettling. I mean, you're definitely the picture of devout. So it's weird that she would not feel comfortable with you, as you're saying. So does strike me as strange. Do you want me to try and peek in on her tonight?
I'm just scared she's gonna anticipate you coming. She's the Oracle, after all.
Well, what if she's not?
He has a point there.
All we
And
can do is try.
how could she have known we were coming if she wasn't? Or did she just make it up when we
She
got here?
didn't say that Akhmed told her that we were coming. She didn't reference being an oracle.
You're right.
Oh, I thought that was weird because I thought the reason I asked was just I was expecting her to mention that she had foreseen it or something.
Yeah, like she had it, she dreamed of it.
Yeah,
The night we left, she saw, 10
Yeah, she
figures plus a
basically-
lion
yeah,
coming
yeah,
over the desert.
yeah.
Maybe she's so used to her silent followers here that she's just astounded that someone spoke to her in the first place.
Yeah, but to say that she keeps an eye on any interesting developments from the Empire seems kind of vague.
And they had all the right food for us for each of our preferences.
I mean, they are capable cooks, it seems, so I mean, they understand the materials they have here at their disposal, so I guess in that regard they're accustomed to it. But who's to say they haven't been here for a long time? No one's made or survived a journey to the Oracle in I don't know how long, is what we were told.
Over 10 years. Over a
So
decade.
they could just be killing anyone who arrives and eating them. Maybe they're cannibals.
As you've eaten so many humanoids up to this point. It
Yes,
takes one to know one.
But
Cannibal would be afraid of the cannibals.
It's different. Perhaps. But yeah, just spitballing.
I found she was kind of full of herself like every other religious leader I've dealt with, but she didn't really seem unusual in that regard. This whole thing, this whole environment just reminds me of the sort of uneasiness I felt growing up at the monastery. Everyone's stubbornness that there has to be some great cosmic significance to it all. It's really it just gives you like a weird feeling to be around such devout people.
What's really, I think, is the most disturbing thing to me is, I mean, I was watching from afar, and her mannerism with everybody, she seemed to not be concerned or be uncomfortable until she made eye contact with Denari, which I think is the most unsettling part of it all.
I agree, that's pretty weird.
Which is what leads me to think that maybe she's a phony.
Well, perhaps she sees Denari as a threat to her power as the Oracle.
perhaps.
She is quite devout, and after what happened at the Oasis, I don't know what part of that was an illusion or not, but something unexplainable happened there. And it seemed like, Denari was kind of taking the lead, so.
But you also are the self-proclaimed prophet of Akmana, are you not?
I am. However, I claim that because I think that a lot of us are misguided in what Akmana teaches and what Akmana is. So I was going to really challenge the Oracle's philosophy tomorrow, but basically the idea is, it doesn't seem like the great truth of Akmana, is there really this grand cosmic force behind it all, or is it just the immense power we get every night from our sleep, and that is the power, the truth of Akmana, that it's simpler than just, all these, sort of mumbo jumbo things that everyone's praying towards or whatnot. To me, it just, I can, and I just do a flip, like a backflip. I can do this, because of the guidance I've gotten from Akmana every evening. That's, to me, the true insight, the true wisdom is that sort of sense of self that Akmana is, within us all, within our minds. But it's as simple as that. It's not anything beyond that, if that makes sense.
Arthas would like to stand up and say, I can do that too without believing, and attempt a backflip.
Okay, roll acrobatics. Have you ever done a backflip before?
No. Not once. I don't think my kind is suited for doing this even.
All right,
Cats always lean on their feet, though.
True. You barely land it. It's very clumsy.
Stand up, and I take a bow, and I sit back down.
Fair enough.
Coach is just going to subtly walk over to him and be like, hey, that was pretty good. We can work on that.
Okay, we'll keep practicing.
It's really about being guided towards whatever purpose or destiny, you are meant for, or you're seeking out as an individual. It's not so like, for me, it was to do a backflip. Maybe for you it's something.
The Oracle did say that it saw us coming, so if it has some premonition of the future, what if it's seeing something gleam or dark about Denari's future, since Denari's the closest follower of all of us? I know nothing about religion, so I'm just looking at things and enjoying the landscape as we're here.
Yeah. Well, why don't we at least come up with a few things that we want to try and do after dinner before they expect us to be sleeping. And that way we have a plan. Or we can just sit idly by and wait for whatever might come towards us. Just prepare like a fort. Strengthen ourselves in preparation for any assault.
So
I
what do you...
regret not looking at that message more. I'm wondering if there was like a secret code or something that we just passed along, and I'm hoping that on your espionage mission that maybe something can be found in regards to the plan that she might have.
Yeah.
If we're going in to her chamber anyway, if that's like the ultimate goal, someone should bring one of the other prophecies or whatever that are lining the walls. Didn't we say when we entered that there were a bunch of other oracles, like, or, messages she received lining the wall?
Yeah. It's almost like they're probably like either prompts that she received or like a carbon copy, like isn't that what it called? Where like you write on the paper and there's one underneath it. It's not like that, but it would be like that, like a copy of the vision that she gave, basically. So
Yeah.
those would go back like centuries, probably.
Just transcripts.
Yeah.
Of visions. I see. Yeah, I mean, we could take some time to read them. I don't know.
Just to see if there are any, I don't know, changes. See if we can find anything more recent, and then that might help with some of the missing secrets that they were looking for in the library.
Okay. Perhaps, I mean, I don't need to sleep, but perhaps Farron wants to rest a little before night so that we're prepared. And then everyone else can proceed with their plans for post-lunch, pre-night, post-dinner, pre-night activities.
Yeah, type whatever you want to do at night. So presumably you will be going down into your quarters that are prepared for you down here. Like down here off of the, like, this is like the ground entrance. You could just walk right into it from any direction pretty much. There's just a bunch of pillars around here that support the rest of the building. And then there's some odds and ends like stored down here, but generally the most important things are these stairs that lead down to your quarters, which is just like a long corridor with, it's almost like a dungeon, but it's a lot more accommodating. The ceilings are pretty low. It's made of nice stucco and pretty well reinforced. And then your rooms are off to each side where there's just like a bed and a trunk and things like that.
So, Melian, I'm torn.
How are you torn?
I don't know if I should pray to my goddess and seek guidance. But I'm worried that she's gonna be there. And I don't know if I should come with you as a distraction and confront her.
Well, I think, I mean, I like to have faith that I'm fairly light on my feet and good at hiding. I mean, I hope that Farron comes with as well. She's quite talented as well.
Yeah, I'm planning to take a quick nap right now and then slip out before it gets dark to find a good hiding spot.
A distraction wouldn't be a bad idea, but I don't have any clue as to what that could be.
It might not be anticipating me confronting her. She might be anticipating nighttime activities.
Yeah. Yeah, but I wouldn't go alone. I think have a handful of us here, and honestly, sometimes I think if we could subdue one of these priests, I know it'll suck if, everything's on the up and up, but they're all covered in masked. Is that normal for Akmana or anything you've heard about
What
the
if
Oracle? Because, I mean, the easiest way to find out if these custodians are on the up and up would be to knock one out and declothe them, see what or who they are.
Yeah, if we get one to follow us pretty far into a corner of the grounds with no one else nearby, and I mean, it's not like they can yell out if they're sworn to silence.
So not just B&E, let's also like assault and.
I mean, it happens.
Does anyone have like a sleeping spell to be
Ooh.
less?
I do. It's called a fist.
Are you? I assume you guys are discussing this telepathically.
Yeah, we are totally.
can't
Like
let our
we're
plans
just
out.
we're eating and like talking telepathically.
Assuming they're probably in the room with us. We don't want them to hear this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty much always within earshot. So.
I have sleep, but I don't know it right now.
You would need to sleep in order to be
I
able
have
to sleep.
I have to sleep on it.
Well, that brings up an interesting question. Denari does not sleep.
True.
So, any span of 8 hours where she's not actively being active, she could change her bells, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you just want her to retire early and just go start prepping that up so it's ready like at like 2 a.m. or something?
I mean, that's up to her. I don't know. That's
I
something
would.
we could deal with. Or we could just do it, the Parthas way. Sometimes
Just let me know. I'm ready.
that's
Whichever you
sufficient.
feel more comfortable with. I don't if you wanna
It would need
get
to be
aggressive and put hands, then we can throw hands. But if you want me to take the time to pray and remember learn how to sleep, I will do that so it can be a little less aggressive if we're trying to avoid that route.
It may be useful in general. I mean, how confident are you? Would you feel bad if they were true followers and we've beaten the living heck out of them?
Yeah, I mean that would kind of be unsettling, and for me, yes.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm willing to do whatever you say. This is your town, but I don't want you to regret any decisions that you've made.
You would have got many long rests. You'd be all set. Brett, you could do the command.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. So
Maybe Team A is me and Farron sneaking into Oracle's area to get an idea and make sure she's on the up and up. Perhaps somebody is on the outside the building, so perhaps I can communicate with them if necessary, but not requiring his stealthiness. And then perhaps another crew is taking stock of the custodians and trying to discern their purpose, if they're truly who they are appearing to be. Since we're all kind of like talking in our heads and eating and like maybe not having too many conversations out loud, can I insight them to see if they're like looking back and forth with each other, kind of concerned? Because like I feel like this would be a weird instance. I mean, maybe they don't know that we're not all super close, but
Do they have stats? These priests? How do we see their stats?
How do I insight so well I break the fourth wall?
They don't seem super concerned. They're just kind of standing there pretty still and stoic.
I mean, they don't seem bothered that we're maybe looking at each other on occasion, but not speaking. So still leads me to believe that they're fine. They're not interlopers. If they were, they'd be concerned about having this many strong and able warriors hanging around in their midst. Has any of our allies fallen sick from the food yet?
Nope.
I just pull another goblin leg out of my backpack. And I eat that.
Okay. So in general, like if so, like I just want to assume you guys are like done eating and kind of it's like the evening now. So Denari, did you want to basically retire and go to one of the rooms and start basically winding down so you can prepare those spells, or?
Yes. So I will announce to everyone that I am ready to go rest and relax, so that way the guards know that I am going to the chambers, sleeping area.
Okay, so you go down there and it's
We should stick in groups, just to be clear, of at least 2 people.
Corbin, do you want to come with me?
Yeah, I'm going down there. I'm going
Sweet.
to kind of act not like a distraction, but if they know someone's down here, that's one person they need to have watching.
Mm-hmm.
So
this goes really far too. It's like the rooms kind of stop around here and then it keeps going and like winding around. It's very dark and it probably connects with the what's their names, quarters, the attendants quarters, which are these right here, these buildings.
I'd like to go check out the attendance quarters if someone wants to come with me.
It's like it goes underground like here, stretches this way and then connects over here.
Is it long enough to almost connect to those goblins?
What goblins?
Where were
That was like days.
Tasha?
That was like 40 days of
Yeah.
travel.
That was
Not in a straight line.
like 20
Yeah.
days ago, yeah. So probably
Maybe it's a
not.
ramp. They
This
just
is
roll
not
down.
natural caverns, so you wouldn't. It might, but
Like
maybe
it's
not.
nice, perfect,
What?
like clear cut walls.
Yeah,
It's
they're
like good architecture.
yeah, they're
not like-
constructed. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Is it like
oracle's
something
actually-
that the priests would use to like move around the walls and stuff?
Maybe. It's also just like an easy passage for them to get from their quarters to, like, to bring any food or anything or check on anyone over here. So it's not uncommon. So Partha said he was checking out something, right? Their quarters.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
kind of go look through their quarters to see if maybe, they're hiding something in there, or if maybe there's dead bodies of the people that they replaced.
They
We'll
don't.
come for them.
Okay.
And I'll join.
Okay. So they don't seem to be too concerned with you coming up to their quarters or anything, which would be a red flag, but they're not really concerned. You can make a perception check, I guess. Or investigation or something.
I'll do investigation. I have an advantage on that.
Can I just give like a perception around as well?
Yeah. You said you have advantage on investigation?
Yep.
What's that from?
I think it's a racial feat.
Oh, shit.
It's a class feat. It's with the blood hunter thing. I could either choose wisdom or intelligence. I think I chose wisdom.
Do you have advantage or expertise? What's it called?
It says advantage on my list here. And let's see. I have proficiency and advantage in investigation.
Oh, wow.
It's to recall information about fey, fiends, or undead. Part of your hunter's bane.
So
What your sheet is saying is at least.
Yeah, I never heard anything that gives advantage on every roll like this early on, so
It's not every roll. That's why I'm only rolling investigation and not the other ones, just because I have advantage.
okay. Go ahead and roll it up. 20 perception, nice. Let's see what part this comes with. Okay. Not as good. So you're like, are you like down on all fours sniffing around, Parthas?
Yeah. I'm like clawing at little cracks in the walls and like flipping over beds if no one's in the room.
Oh wow, they seem a little bit annoyed,
I
but
know.
not like angry.
Upon seeing that, I put everything back in my sleeve.
Coach Coy, you see very fine. You see something that seems out of place. Very fine dust, like a stone dust, like it's been grinded off or something. Like someone's been moving around large stones and like some dust has ground off of them, and it's it's very very faint, but you're able
Just
to
like
pick it up.
on the ground,
Yeah.
like by a wall, or like is there like an object by it?
It seems to be concentrated in very small amounts near like where the underground passage is to go like down into connect to the like guest rooms that over here, which are underground over here. So like there's additional stairs that lead down into that section over here in the attendance quarters, and it seems to be like most apparent and concentrated around like that section, those stairs like leading down into that passageway.
Okay, so it kind of looks like the rubble or something that would have been moved from.
Yeah, very faint though, like just dust almost, not even like rocks or anything.
Huh. And then there is someone like watching us, like a single person.
Yeah.
Can I potentially distract them by moving to another room and doing some more bed flipping?
Yeah.
Should I roll another investigation check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what is that going to allow? Like, what are you hoping Coach Koi and Surugar can do?
It just frees them up to maybe move furniture around if needed, or check things out a little bit without making them notice.
Okay. So
maybe bottle the dust.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of my thing, is maybe scoop some of that up, see if Surgard, like, when I point it out to him, see if he can, like, tell anything of it, or if there's something nearby that he can, like, scoot out of the way a little bit, because, I just have goat arms. I don't move very much.
There's not really anything in the way. You could just go down into that quarter, like down those stairs. You could like bottle the dust and then like actually go down the stairs into the like underground tunnel that leads eventually to the hotel rooms.
Got it. Yeah, so then I will probably, when the person heads out, I'm going to try and like bottle up a little bit of dust in like or like in a pouch or something, bring it to Surgard's attention, and then maybe take a couple of steps down just to see if I can see like any more of this dust, if it's like a trail or if it's just kind of like right there.
Okay. So you take a couple steps down. Are you pretty loud? Because I mean, you have hooves, like, and you're on like a stonish floor.
Believe it or not that much. I mean, depends. If you're asking just like passive stealth, it would be like a 14.
Do you have like
I'm fairly dexterous.
shoes? Are you tiptoeing like on the tips of your hooves? I'm just curious.
I'm just putting this out there. Surgar is not sneaking.
Yeah. You're just you're just standing around at the top of the stairs.
I'm just on a casual stroll. I saw these guys. I'm just kind of tagging along, but I'm not. If he's sneaking, I may be like giving him a slap on the back and saying, "Hey, come on, man. Let's just no need to sneak around. These guys are good people." Probably being very boisterous and loud.
Yeah.
Wow.
Roll perception or investigation, Koi.
Perception or investigation.
Yeah. He might have slapped you on the back before he went down the stairs, but I imagine you just like took a little detour down the stairs, and
Actually, on that, like on him, like slap me on the back. I'm gonna like maybe do like a little like I'm catching my balance like on the first couple of steps.
yep. And you see, do you have dark vision?
Well, good question, dude. No.
I have dark vision.
Well, you're not. I don't imagine you went down with him,
Oh,
unless you did.
well, it depends on how far down he goes because I'm just following him.
It was just like a couple. I mean, I was just planning on going down like 2-3 steps. Nothing
So
crazy.
you do have dark vision, or wait, I didn't catch that, Coach Coy.
I do not.
All right, you see a long, dark hallway that extends very far this way.
Too dark to see.
And the dust is more concentrated.
Oh, so
as you
I
go.
can't tell.
What?
So I can tell that there is
Yeah.
more dust.
So you basically come down the stairs. Not soon after you reach the bottom of the stairs, there's another passage that goes this way. That's just a long, dark hallway that you can't see down, and it extends as far as you could see. And then there's, if you kept going this way, you would wrap around and get to the rooms that everyone is sleeping in.
Okay, then I will probably cut my losses for now before like the priest gets back
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like get my little sack and like walk back up and just
Yeah.
be like, oh, easy there, sir. Guard, I am not quite as strong as I might look.
Nonsense, you're quite strong. I can tell.
Oh, nah.
So Denari's sleeping.
Well,
Resting. Corbin's
Praying.
down there.
learning to sleep.
You know
Corbin's
what?
who?
I'm hooting.
And the sun is kind of setting around this time. I mean, it's getting to be nighttime in general, so it would be around the time that the rest of you should be retiring too.
So now would be about the time Farron and I try to get away.
Do you guys kind of meet back up down here in the basement?
I think so. Like we're all kind of trying to meet up as a group. I have a little hesitation about going into the basement. It's hard to get out of, 2 entrances, easy for them to cover.
Uh-huh.
So maybe go for a nightly stroll and try to ditch them.
So you don't want to go out. You don't want to really go down there ever at all.
Probably not unless people ask me to.
I mean, when we get back together, I'll probably at least like try my best to like show the dust and be like, and you will know what this is. It seems a little funny. Found it on the corridors leading down to the basement.
Yay!
Does anyone want to roll anything on this dust? Hold on. I'll be right back. You can think about that.
Do you say roll on the dust?
Yeah.
Yeah, see if anyone can tell what it is.
Not I.
I'm a rabbit, not a chinchilla.
Help you, I'm snoozing. Well, almost.
Well, I don't know. Like I would roll on it, but I don't know if he'd let me since I'm supposed to like be learning how to sleep.
Honestly, because like Corbin, you're not actually resting; you're just hanging out in the room, right?
Yeah, right. I just went here to kind of hang out for a little bit to sure they. One, we didn't have people alone down here, but I kind of did my what I was interested in investigating was, or felt useful that I'd be good at.
Okay. Yeah, if no one ends up volunteering, I'll probably just be like, all right, where's Corbin? He's smart. And go like looking for you.
I like that. Yeah.
Hey guys, so sorry. Ramael is now conscious. Can I possibly get a quick rundown of what's happened in this session?
We think the Oracle and all of their attendants are really sketchy. So we're doing a lot of breaking and entering. We're snooping around.
All while being watched and followed by the attendants.
Who seem to not
This
care.
this realization came after we gave the Oracle the message from the Emperor.
That we didn't look into.
Well, the note for her was sealed. So
Right.
I don't know if we could have opened it and looked at it and then given it to him.
We'll never know because Denari was too shy.
They did feed us. No one
Yeah,
got
and it
sick.
was legit food. We're not an illusion. I shared a weird look with the Oracle though, so that's why we know she's up to something.
Ooh.
So we're trying to figure out what it is. So, coach and crew found dust in attendants' bedchambers.
It seemed sketchy.
It's mysterious dust.
Whose bedchambers?
The priests, like the guardians or whatever,
Okay.
attendants.
Yeah, so this map that we're at, if you pull it up, the Parthas, Coach, Durgar, they like went outside and then went to their little quarters. Me, Danari, and Ipuk, I think, are like under in our sleeping area, and there's like a passage that connects them underground.
I'm back.
Hi.
Hello. Does anyone want to roll anything on the dust?
Yeah, so basically what we had decided was as I like kind of slowly pull it out, like as I'm pulling it out, and then I look at like who's around, I'm just like, wait, where's Corbin? Like tuck back in and then like go off to find him.
Okay.
Like he's the smart one.
Are you all generally like? I know, probably Farron and Melion are just like basically maybe they're like pretending like they're getting exercise or something, strolling around. But the rest of you are kind of in the hotel rooms, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so you'd be able to
I'm
go
asleep, yeah.
to, yeah, you're asleep, and you might be able to just go to Corbin's room and show it to him. You can roll either nature or arcana on the dust.
Me?
Yeah.
Can I assist him in that? Like kind of describe like how I found it and its trail,
Yeah,
like
that's a
even
great. Yeah, that would be great. So you have
Okay.
advantage, Corbin.
Oh, advantage.
yeah, you didn't think I was actually going to come up with a reason for how I could help him.
I like that. I like those better than just saying that you help. It's a lot more plausible. Like I said, like doing the survival checks in the desert. Like, how do you help someone with that if you don't even know what you're doing? It just doesn't make any sense. Corbin. You feel like this isn't naturally occurring dust. Or it's basically like from a stone, like I said, like grinded off of a stone almost. But that's about all you know.
So, could I, even though like I'm praying and learning sleep,
Yeah.
I'm not technically sleeping.
Yeah.
Can I roll?
Yeah, you can probably take a look at it.
Would that be like perception?
No, it'd have to be Arcana or Nature.
Okay, so
Go for it, guys.
That
oh boy,
intelligence stat.
great. Yeah, none of those I'm really great at. So yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit of guidance for myself here. Seeking some inner wisdom. So I guess it really doesn't matter. Well, he didn't see Arcana, so I'll do Nature. So roll with advantage, right? Or how do I with guidance?
I think we had
It's
to
in
roll.
your
Space guidance.
it's in your notepad.
Oh yeah. Thank you, my notepad. Yeah.
And yeah, if someone wants to help you, maybe Corbin could walk up and talk about the natural aspect of it.
Oh, sure.
So you could have advantage. So you just had an ADV in there somewhere.
So it's like exclamation. Check.
Like that.
Yeah, thank you. Ooh.
Oh, closer. But you're just able to concur with Corbin that it doesn't seem like something. These stones are too fine, or the grind is too fine. It doesn't seem like it comes from nature, but it's probably from something being dragged across the floor, like moved, like a large stone.
So why would they be dragging a large stone downstairs?
Yeah, like how are they doing this? What do these guys look like? Like are they string beans? Like are they muscular?
They're
like
not
what are
that
these?
muscular.
So how are they even moving these stones? And like what?
They must have amazing body control. They probably do a lot of like yoga and Pilates to get that inner core strength.
I wonder if anyone has better arcana or nature.
I'm not sure. You two were the first ones I thought of that might know something about this.
Ramiel has been hearing just mumbling coming from that general direction, so he wanders that way, and he sees all this dust, and so he's going to do an Arcana check.
Okay.
Hi, Rob.
And it's pretty much nighttime now. Farron and Melion, what's your plan? Let's get you guys involved.
Well, I feel like we would have gotten Kaizen involved, maybe, to
He's
create
asleep.
a distraction. Oh, he's asleep.
He gets an early bedtime.
Oh, shit.
I think he said that, didn't you?
Yeah, because I'm like really looking forward to maybe getting some more insight from this conversation tomorrow with the Oracle.
Makes sense.
Not necessarily from her, but through the discussion with her.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Then it would be Zoomlin, being that I think he's the only one who hasn't joined another group.
So
we would come up with an idea to create like a distraction so that in that moment Farron and I can kind of disappear.
I think that'd be pretty easy to do if Zumlin like distracted one of the priests or one of the attendants, and then you guys could pretty easily like bolt into the foliage and start sneaking around and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know which way you'd want me to do it, other than some random hops or.
Yeah, practice your aerobics. Show them your sick moves.
Into a table and accidentally knock it over.
Well, I can't see in the dark, so that does work out. If you guys get me where you want me and just let me roam,
I think we'd be just like out and about outside, doing rounds, just kind of looking about, and then, we would just like give you a sign to say, all right, now's a good time. We just need this guy to turn his back on us.
oh, well then, at that point, if I did my rabbit hop thing and just jumped straight into the woods away from you guys.
Like you would dash away in order to make them worry about you first, and then we would dash
Oh, yeah.
away. It would just be a
Like-
big old split.
Just the, my feature, the rabbit hop where I can go 10 feet. So I could rabbit hop into the woods 10 foot off the path and then just start going into the woods, but the immediate 10-foot burst would just take me away.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to roll performance because you're clearly trying, or deception because you're clearly trying to.
There it is!
Oh my god. Okay, so he just jumps around, tries to create distraction somehow, and one priest just like breaks off to check on him, while the other one, like, there's another one that steps up and follows you guys, and there's one at the entrance here.
How wide is the path?
Pretty wide, like 40 feet.
Oh god.
Yeah. This main path, but there's not really any. This main path I'm talking about. There's not really any like walkable paths around here, but there's like these paths that lead like down here to like the river and stuff.
Right. So if I move back up towards Meleon within the trees, could I do an athletics check to see if I could clear the whole path over the other priest?
Yeah. Nice. Okay, so you clear it and you're like in these bushes, and maybe that's enough for them to like break off, and then Farron and Meleon can roll stealth. You want to go around, huh?
Yeah, I think don't bother trying to use the main entrance. There's probably windows or something. Right? We saw windows originally.
Yeah. So you just always have advantage because of your
Yep.
inner lining. So Farron, you notice maybe you stepped on a twig on accident or something. Do you want to like fall back from Meleon because he seems to be like a lot more stealthy at this moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait to see if I need to now distract.
Okay.
'Cause I'm kind of almost compromised.
Yeah. So there's like these foyers over here, Meleon, and there's windows inside there, but there's not really any windows inside the actual inner sanctum. So you could like come around here and try to like here inside or something.
Yeah, I kind of would like to try and maybe come around this side through the foyer and stuff and like toss a rock maybe or something to draw this last guy's attention over here. Oop, wrong thing. See if I could toss like a rock over here or something to just get him to turn a little bit so I can zip my way in.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put out there, my only goal at this point is to follow close enough behind him that I'm still in like telepathic range, so if anything kind of goes sideways, I can try and get help.
That's a really good idea.
I'm not
So-
stealthy enough to be the front man, I'm just the backup.
Sometimes you are,
Sometimes.
but
Not
sometimes
today,
you're the
apparently.
assist. Okay. So, What did you say you were trying to do again, Melion?
Maybe like toss a rock or something into like some brush over here
Okay.
to just distract this priest enough to where I can slip in.
Okay, you distracted him quite a little bit. The door is very large and heavy, though.
Oh shit! Like it's not open.
No.
Yeah, if it requires strength, I'd abandon that idea very quickly. And yeah, I would just go to try and find a spot where I could hear inside.
Okay. There's not a lot going on. You hear just the crackling of braziers, probably in some ritual that the oracle's using to enhance the power of her dream or ritual. Roll perception. Okay. How long do you wait?
I mean, I could wait all night, baby. I don't sleep.
And there's no way for him to get inside, like, at all, because we were kind of, like, looking for, like, stuff.
I mean, I would probably look all the way around the building a little. But again, yeah, the problem is if it requires some effort to open a door, like the main
It's
door.
also pretty loud.
Yeah.
I'm a
like-
very weak person. I was kind of hoping to see like maybe some windows up a little high that I could try and make my way up to.
Yeah, you could do that. You could.
There's the opening at the very top where the light comes out.
Yeah.
Like the sunroom type deal, not like a sunroom, but like.
I mean, I feel like if this isn't smooth stone, I've got 4 arms, 6 appendages. I should be able to climb fairly well.
What are you doing now, Farron? I mean, it's been a couple of minutes. Do you want to just kind of stand your ground and wait?
Is he still within like range of me?
Not really. You could
120
probably.
feet is my range.
You could probably follow. You could probably be like right here and then be in good range of him.
Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna say like I'll give the building like a wide distance to try to avoid other priests.
Yeah.
But like so staying in the like deeper brush around the edges to be not necessarily close to the building, but close enough for the
Okay.
telepathic
So roll roll stealth again. And then Zemlin, what do you? They're kind of. They're actually kind of looking for you now, because like Zemlin, like you jump over them and be a mild distraction, but it's like, okay, these two just disappeared. So like, what the hell?
I'm back to being stealthy, so good luck finding me.
And as you are being stealthy, you would notice and hear them kind of looking around the brushes.
Then as I'm noticing that, I'll kind of like reach out to Melion and let him know that they're starting to get a little suspicious and be like, have you found anything?
Oh, currently scaling building. I'm going slow and methodical to be safe.
They're like really closing in on your position.
Zom said he'd be right back, so maybe he wants to do something.
Oh, did he? So, Zumlin, I was just saying, like, you jumped over these priests and created a distraction, but like they would obviously have turned around at some point to go back to like helping and monitoring the people that they were originally watching. So, they are starting to like search for those two that kind of just disappeared.
Can I like roll for? Are there any animals out here? Like, is there any way I can like try to get anything else on our side to like distract the priest?
There's a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah, there's a lot of animals, but there's not. Like, it would probably take some doing, you know? Like, you'd have to have, like, speak with animals or, like, animal friendship or something, like a spell. If you have one, then you could use it.
I don't think I do.
But, like, in a pinch situation like this, it'd probably be hard to do.
Okay.
In a brief moment.
Well, knowing my plan was distraction, can I move up in here and then I'm gonna have to switch my push to talk button so it's not on my mouse.
Is it safe to assume that the rest of you, like, went to bed over here while he's thinking over there? Pretty much.
I do eventually, but I was gonna do something like while everyone else was in bed and stuff.
Okay. What was that?
I was going to pray to my goddess, my deity, to and let her know that I made it. Like, if this is a test, that I've made it to the false oracle at Zemdir in the desert. If she wanted to give me any tasks to do while I was here, praying to Shahanazine.
You almost
quietly to myself.
Yeah, you're praying and you go into like almost like a deep trance where you feel like you fall into a deep pit. And you would recognize this as one of the more auspicious signs of Shahanazine. So maybe you feel like you're like in the right place, like on your journey to find out like the dogma and be like initiated to the church for real.
Mm-hmm.
And then just real quick, Kaizen, I feel like we haven't done a good job of going over your dreams because like the dreams to you are so important as a follower of Rachmanah, and like they would be to Denari if she could dream. But while you're laying in bed anticipating the next day, you have this dream that you're laying in the sand under the dome of twilight, and there is a majestic hawk that flies past you and then perches itself on a marble throne that's just sitting there in the desert, and its eyes are glowing with unnatural cold light. And then as you kind of sit up in your dream, you notice there's a serpentine figure slithering through the sand, and its scales are shimmering blue and cold white. And you follow the serpent, and it leads in a different direction from where the hawk is perched. And the serpent leads you to an ancient sunlit cave where there is a sleeping lion bound by silver chains, radiating warm light. And then the hawk lands behind you in the cave, and you turn around, and it stares at you, like looking deep into your soul. And there's a soft, unintelligible, melodic whisper filling the air, urging you to continue seeking the hidden truth. And that's when you would probably wake up in the morning after that.
So, so is that a dream like that? I guess the essence of the dream you just described, would that be like an unusual thing for me to? I mean, I don't know. If maybe okay. No,
that's what I'm saying. I think I should have mentioned more dreams. I'm just gonna start telling your character that I'm just gonna start describing his dreams more.
Okay. Cool.
Because You would dream a lot, and you would probably put a lot of emphasis in your dreams,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
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 We
Because
can talk more after.
that's how you receive visions from Akhenaten, but yeah.
Okay.
So, take from that what you will. And we're back to Farron, I think. Oh, Zumlin, sorry.
Yep. So, how far into the woods have they gone?
You don't even know because they're so stealthy.
Oh, well, I
Oh,
guess.
you mean the priests?
Yeah.
Oh, they're probably about 50 feet away.
So if I come onto the walkway and stay on this side, try and create the distance, can I act like the jump hurt me and use persuasion and just kind of lay down since it
Yeah.
would be audible?
Yeah. It'd probably be deception, but you rolled pretty well. So, one of them would start coming over, and then maybe this one as well, just to be like, "What the hell?" But they seem a little bit flustered, and they are starting to like really look around. This guy's still looking around for Farron. Now, Meleon, you're not really hearing much, even when you get close to this opening, and you're starting to hear in the brushes with your passive perception another priest roaming around looking for you.
It's another 5.
4 over here. This guy does it. This guy's like, let's say he's just like over here watching the entrances or something.
Is there a way that I could see into the chamber?
No, so the inner sanctum is so holy that like it doesn't really have any windows, the actual inner sanctum.
Yeah, but when we entered, we saw the thing that emanates the light.
Yeah.
And the light has to pass through an opening.
Yeah. If you got up to that, which is very high up, when you look down, you wouldn't see much, because it'd be like looking down a chimney.
Okay. All right. Interesting. I guess I would try and connect to Zumlin and Farron and just say, there's no really getting into this place. There's no way I could open the door, and they've just got it too under wraps. Maybe we should just call it quits for tonight. And I will try, and if I know where Farron is, or at least where the priest is looking for her, and the new priest that came.
Uh-huh.
Is there like a way for me to sneak down this edge?
Yeah. Well.
And then like around and down, or
sure.
Just kind of bypass this guy.
Yeah. So you basically, you don't want to meet up with Farron, you just want to go a different way and kind of split the difference through these guys?
You won't be in contact with her. You'll be too far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just tell her in advance that I'm gonna get to the other side, and I'll talk to her when I get back to the room.
Sure. So roll stealth, and Farron, I guess you're probably gonna roll stealth too to leave.
Okay.
Maybe like around this edge or something. Nice. Pretty good. Now,
and I too would want to kind of mark my way around the outside, because I want to do one more check.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I roll perception as I'm doing that too, to see if I see anything weird?
Yeah. And as you climb down from the window, you hear one thing. You hear whoever's saying this is obviously annoyed, and it comes out as almost like a hiss, and they say Oberon's already left. Like they're telling someone Oberon's already left.
Who's Oberon? Do we know that at this point or no?
Nope.
I don't know who that is, but we'll find out maybe later. So yeah, my new goal is to get to everyone else without being seen.
Sure, yeah. That's pretty simple once you guys get to here with those stealth checks and everything. So you guys would be able to go in and go down, and obviously you arrive like later than everyone, and it wasn't that long that you were like not be supervised. And then I assume Zumlin would also like come down and go to sleep.
Yep, I was gonna say, make it look like I put a dislocated hip or something back in, get up, and just walk away.
Okay. Is that all then for today?
I would talk with Denari and Fern. And I mean, I'll let everyone know who's awake still. But that place is so tightly protected. I mean, it makes sense in our sanctum and all, but I didn't have a chance to get inside. There aren't very many openings, but I did hear something strange. If the Oracle's supposed to be in there communing with Akmanan, going through all those kind of efforts, it sounded like she was talking, somebody, I can't say it was her specifically, but it sounded like somebody was talking to another person and said, Oberon's already left. Like, somebody had asked her, can this person do something? And they responded back with Oberon's already left. Like it's too late for them to handle the situation.
Well,
Which, in context of us being very suspicious would mean maybe Oberon is a strong warrior that usually deals with visitors.
I don't know who this Oberon person is, but I know she's not talking to a priest.
Also, there was 5 priests at one point.
There's many.
They're suspicious of us.
Yeah.
There's a bunch.
They seemed a little flustered with us, which, I mean, to be fair, I would be too.
Coach
But,
Koi found some dust.
Oh, really?
Mm.
What does it seem like?
Dust.
Maybe Farron should take a look?
As I go to lay on one of the beds, be like, that's one of the longest jumps I've made.
That was actually very good. I mean, it definitely drew their attention, which is what we needed.
For the dust, should I like roll nature? Like, do we think this is like from something natural or just?
It's from a stone. We know it's a stone. We don't know what kind of stone, and we don't know if it has magical properties, right?
It seems not fully like natural. Like it came from something. We're just not sure what.
Okay.
We did roll nature.
Yeah, we rolled a nature and an arcana,
Yeah.
and both were like, it's kind of that and kind of the other.
It's kind of weird.
But so you could do either, I think.
Okay. I'll roll perception just because as I walk up, like intrigued, trying to understand more about it. Think maybe I've seen something like it before, but it's hard to say. It is dust.
Huh.
Oh, yikes. That's not it.
So you want to roll nature?
Well, I guess why not? Nope, not that either. I've used all of my stealthy
It's
powers.
strange dust.
I shrug my shoulders. I say, "Are you sure it's just not dust?"
Well,
We're sure.
we can just go and investigate it right now. As far as I saw when I was coming back, there's only one priest on us. We can knock him out. continue on our way.
Yeah, as long as people can see in the dark. I mean, I really didn't go too far, but it got dark real quick, and I don't really have the sight for that.
It's perfect for you, Melion. You can see in the dark.
Indeed. I could go out again and check this out. You said it was like ground dust, like a stone grinding the floor.
It was kind of like there was a small clumps of it, and then going down the stairs, it seemed to like kind of trail.
Yeah, I mean, if people want me to go out to go check.
You're comfortable. I'm curious,
Yeah,
but I don't want to risk.
if they catch me, I'll just say I'm looking for the little boy's room.
The little
Be
bug's
quick.
room.
Yeah.
So you want to go through the underground passageways this way?
Yeah, just to try and investigate this dust thing a little more.
Okay, roll stealth.
And before he heads out, and right as Denari says, "Be quick," Coach is gonna be like, "Yeah, be very quick," and kind of like, yeah, just upon that, you feel a slight tingle in your legs, and Coach cast Long Starter on you.
Oh, baby. What does that do?
It increases your speed by 10 feet for the next hour.
All right, I'm zooming.
But no, he's zooming.
Yeah.
Disappear.
Okay, one sec. I need to look something up. All right. So you disappear, and you're headed this way, right?
Yeah.
There's a couple guards outside, but you're stealthy enough to kind of like sneak out around them when they're not looking or looking another direction. And then there's this pathway that leads this way that he mentioned, and then there's this that leads back up there. When I mentioned it, I imagined like the Howling Mine card. Dad knows what I'm talking about.
I do.
Like you're looking down this dark passageway. But it's not like ruined or anything, and there's not like a monster looking back at you. But it's like a long dark corridor. Mainly I can kind of see it, and it just kind of goes on forever. Even with your dark vision, you see it very long. Like if you had to guess, and as you're kind of sneaking around in here, it probably goes like here's those rooms. It probably goes farther and like on over into here or farther.
Okay. Can I move slowly and keep an eye out for any traps
Yeah.
and just kind of progress down it?
Yeah.
You said there was riding? Is it like the Howling Minecart where there's like riding on the wall entranceway?
No.
Okay.
It's like a regular it's just like a regular passageway, like it has been before.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll start to progress down and across
Okay.
carefully to try and make sure I don't trigger any traps. I'm a little
Trap shy.
Yeah, I'm a little afraid since I took almost 3 stone ballistas to the chest.
Yep. So you're making it down, and You start to hear as you move. You start to hear. You see this dust is like there's kind of a lot of it, but you start to hear like a melodic singing. Roll religion. I know you're not very religious.
My strong suit. Hey, not too bad, not too bad. Not too bad for me.
Hold on. Okay. You would have been like around Dinar enough to know it's a like song to Akhmana. It's like a chant.
Okay, then I would maybe progress a chant that she's maybe done while like praying, or I mean, I would progress maybe a little faster, but still keeping an eye out, but maybe not as well, to try and get there sooner. Because now I'm interested.
You want to move closer, you said?
Yeah, I'll progress closer and try to move a little quicker so that I can get there maybe before the chant ends.
It gets stronger and you get to like a door right here that seems to be impassable. It's like a sliding door and it's locked.
Locked, you say? May I attempt to unlock it?
Yes.
I'm guessing it's a dex
Sleight of hand.
proficiency, sleight of hand, but with proficiency. Ooh, not great. It seems to be locked from the outside or the inside. This is an important question. I'm assuming I failed. I'm having a hard time with this lock.
Yeah. That's not going to be enough.
But does it lock from the outside?
Yeah.
Then I will reach my mind inside to try and connect with somebody on the other side.
Do you have to have line of sight or anything like that?
No. I'll double check though, but I'm pretty sure it just says any willing creature within 120 feet. Without magic, you can't speak anything but the Thrycreen language. Instead, you use telepathy, transmit your thoughts mentally to willing creatures within 120 feet of yourself. A contacted creature doesn't need to share a language with you, but must be able to understand at least one language.
At this point, a priest appears behind you, and you've heard the first words they've ever spoken.
Oh, shit.
And you find yourself succumbing to a strange sensation. You fall asleep.
Wait. What?
Oh no.
The eternal sleep?
I don't think you're immune to sleep. You just don't have to.
You're right. I do not require sleep, but I can be put to sleep.
And you wake up in here. And that's
I'm inside.
where...
I'm inside.
What? No. You wake up with everyone else.
Oh, shit.
Well,
And that's
Did
where...
any of us see how he got there?
It's... What?
Did any of us see how he got there?
They would have carried him back. and tucked him in.
Aw.
I didn't hear a
Oh,
thing.
Kiss on the forehead.
A lot of people were already asleep. He was gone quite a while, and I think he would have waited like probably like till you guys were asleep to even attempt that. So,
But Denari would know.
Mm-hmm.
yep.
My fellow sleepless one.
And this will pick up next time.
Nice.
I made too much noise trying to pick lock.
I think they had you before that. It's a long hallway. The lockpick was about 3 seconds.
Yeah,
So,
they're on my trail, maybe.
unless there's something you guys want to do like right now, I mean, we could just talk about the Oracle real quick.
Okay.
You talk.
Okay. You go back to the Oracle, and well, I mean, I just want to go there real quick.
Oh, you're talking about the next morning? I think we should save it till next time.
I don't know. Well, there's something interesting.
Okay.
If you're ready to, if you just want to talk to the, because they would probably wake you up early and have you talk to the Oracle.
Sure. But now I'm super curious about that room.
Because you go have your audience with the Oracle, and she basically says, "Thanks for coming. I've rendered your prophecy. Here you go." And you know, you probably have some questions for her too, but she's not trying to like shoo you out or anything. But she would give the prophecy to Denari, because she senses Denari's mistrust in her, and she would give the prophecy to you. And Denari, you would take the prophecy, and you know, maybe you're ready to ask her some questions or something. But it's kind of like similar to what was given to you guys to give to the Oracle. Now, what you guys originally gave was like kind of like a scroll wrapped up. It was almost like runed wood, so that you'd have to like, you know, have some kind of magic to kind of pop it out of there in the first place, and then like you would pull it out of like the sealed scroll thing. Now, what she's given you, Denari, is a like a rolled parchment, and it seems to be magically sealed with some bands that are made of like leather and stuff, but like the inside of the prophecy or whatever, the response that she's returned for the Emperor is folded up inside of some kind of like very nice paper. Okay, are you with me?
Mm-hmm.
And you just look down on it and you know something's very wrong, because every prophecy that is laid down by any oracle anywhere is not, it doesn't look like this. They wrap it in what's called a veil shade leaf, like an actual just like leaf, and that's what you would have expected to receive, and that is not what you did receive. So this is where we'll pick up next time.
Bang.
That's fireball.
So we come out swinging next round.
Exciting.